Did you know that Zendaya could barely breathe while wearing this outfit at the Dune Part 2 premiere? Or that Tom Holland suffered a nightmare every time he had to use the bathroom while wearing the Spider-Man suit? Today we'll showcase the most uncomfortable costumes and outfits worn by actors. Let's watch it. It's fascinating. Zendaya. The actress is famous for her passion for fashion and her eccentric style. She took full advantage of the Dune Part 2 press tour to showcase a series of spectacular outfits. However, one of her most innovative looks turned out to be a bit painful. In February, she attended the London premiere in a stunning Mugler bodysuit. But it wasn't just any bodysuit, it was the robotic suit from Mugler's Fall-Winter 1995-1996 haute couture show. So, her appearance was completely futuristic. But there was a small catch. She could barely breathe. Zendaya told Vogue that after about 10 minutes, she started to feel dizzy. The metal of the suit quickly conducted and retained heat, trapping it inside. Although she wore a full bodysuit underneath, acting as a barrier between her skin and the metal, it wasn't enough to prevent discomfort. As the premiere date approached, Zendaya thought maybe wearing that suit wasn't the best idea. However, her passion for fashion won out, and she decided to wear the legendary Mugler. She was lucky that the suit fit her perfectly, as it couldn't stretch even a millimeter. In the interview, she added that when she tried it on, it fit like a glove, and everyone at the fitting agreed it was meant for her to wear. This has been one of the most memorable fashion moments in recent years. Zendaya once again demonstrated her ability for method dressing, making references to her character in every appearance on her promotional tour. After dazzling with Louis Vuitton and Alaya looks to promote Dune Part 2, the 27-year-old actress left everyone speechless with this truly iconic outfit. Would you wear something like this? Lady Gaga. Without a doubt, Lady Gaga is remembered for her eccentric outfits. When the pop diva was at the peak of her fame, her eccentricities made headlines daily. To remain the center of attention, the Bad Romance singer decided to attend the 2010 MTV Video Music Awards in a dress made entirely of beef. Yes, 100% fresh meat. Lady Gaga worked with designer Frank Fernandez to create this iconic dress, which also included a matching handbag. Her intention was to make a political statement, showing her rejection of discrimination. Despite her actions in support of the LGBTQ+ community, many people and animal rights organizations found it offensive for her to wear a meat dress, given that she claims to be a defender of all forms of life. Lady Gaga, always controversial, once again demonstrated that she is not afraid to use fashion to make a public statement. But how far should one go to be controversial and attract attention? I think there are better ways to communicate what we think, don't you agree? Kim Kardashian. The Met Gala is considered the most important night for the fashion industry, which is why its red carpet, green this year, always features the most extravagant styles according to the year's theme. Hoping to make it onto the best-dressed lists, attendees undergo complex transformations that can even endanger their physical integrity. In the world of haute couture, anything goes. Kim Kardashian didn't want to be left behind in this regard. The most attention-grabbing part of her outfit was the rigid corset that reduced her waist to an almost impossible diameter. On social media, her followers wondered how many ribs she had to remove to fit into the tight outfit. It was clear Kim had trouble breathing that night. But that wasn't the worst part. According to Kim, the piece was heavy to walk in, but the real challenge was climbing the museum stairs and standing all night. In an interview with Vogue, Kim explained that she had to wear platform shoes without heels to avoid snagging the metal lace skirt of her dress. Custom made by John Galliano. The metallic lace fabric made it impossible to wear regular heels. So, Kim spent the entire night on her tiptoes, balancing and flexing her calf muscles. I can't imagine the pain in her legs the next day. Katy Perry. Unconventional looks are the hallmark of Californian Katy Perry. So for the 2019 Met Gala, with its extravagant camp fashion theme, she arrived at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York, wearing an absolutely stunning outfit, a fully functional chandelier. Designed by Jeremy Scott from Moschino, This masterpiece weighed 18 kilograms, probably the heaviest dress of the night. The silver color, identical to that of lamps in millions of homes, shone even brighter thanks to the 3 layers of lit candles, the topmost of which rested on the dark horse singer's head. When asked how she would manage to sit down, Katie gracefully replied that so much happens at the Met Gala that finding time to sit is difficult. With her headpiece, the impressive light display, and makeup highlighting her blonde hair, it was no surprise that netizens declared her one of the best dressed of the night. Some even called her the true winner of the event. Designer Jeremy Scott commented that the very idea of elegance is quite camp and played with that concept. After 6 weeks of work, thousands of Swarovski crystals, a corset, and 2 batteries for the lighting effect, the result was a dress with which Katie certainly did not go unnoticed. Tyla. The dress code for the 2024 Met Gala was inspired by the captivating short story, The Garden of Time, by J.G. Ballard, written in 1962. The story revolves around the beautiful garden of an aristocratic couple, where each flower they cut turns back time, keeping the crowd away from their villa. Unfortunately, all the flowers are destined to die. This mix of fleeting beauty and decay served as the inspiration for the spectacular design created by Balmain for South African singer Tyla. Staying true to the theme of time, which is at the heart of the story, Balmain's team, led by Olivier Rousteing, came up with an incredible dress. It was covered in sand of 3 different colors and adorned with microcrystals, designed as a plaster sculpture that hugged every inch of Tyla's body. And just below the thighs, it transformed into a mermaid tail made of organza. Truly a work of art. Rousteing, fascinated by the idea of the ephemeral, explained on the steps of the Metropolitan Museum, "This is a piece you can only wear once in a lifetime." The dress was so impressive that Tyla needed the help of 4 people to make it up the stairs. While some held the heavy organza tail, 2 others lifted her body encased in the solid structure of the dress. When reporters asked if she could sit during the event, Tyla responded that she didn't care. The important thing was to look spectacular.
Every time I post these bitches get stressed.
Cardi B.
Putting on
In 2019, New York rapper Cardi B stole the spotlight at the Met Gala with an outfit so spectacular it required a team of 5 assistants to get her to the red carpet. The Tom Brown design, a feather creation with a massive train, enveloped her head with a high collar and had sleeves that extended to her fingertips. This was surprising, considering Cardi usually showcases her curvy figure. According to the designer, 35,000 feathers and 2,000 hours of work from a team of 35 people were needed to create this masterpiece. And that's not all. The ensemble included a custom-made bra adorned with 44-karat rubies, valued at $250,000. Incredible. Brown explained that he designed the dress specifically for Cardi B's figure because, in his opinion, she embodies the ultimate beauty of a woman's body. Additionally, the thousands of feathers not only reinforced the extravagance for which the rapper is known, but also highlighted the 2019 Met Gala's camp theme. With her extravagant look, Cardi B once again proved she knows how to leave an indelible mark in the fashion world. Rihanna. At the 2018 Met Gala, Rihanna stole the spotlight with an outfit that controversially paid homage to papal attire. Her ensemble was a custom masterpiece designed by Margiela, featuring a dress, a trailing coat, and a unique version of the papal mitre. Everything was in elegant white, adorned with silver stones and embroidery, pearls, and black crystals. Every detail was meticulously handcrafted, making her look a true high-fashion jewel. Reactions to Rihanna's daring outfit were mixed. While some praised it as a creative and innovative tribute, others saw it as disrespectful to the Catholic Church. Social media was filled with memes, jokes, and accolades, once again demonstrating the singer's power to generate conversation and divide opinions. Let us know in the comments what you think of this outfit. Rihanna undoubtedly has the gift of surprising on every red carpet, and her choice for the 2018 Met Gala was a clear example of her boldness and vision in fashion. Despite the controversy, her attire left an indelible mark on fashion history and pop culture. It was a moment that captured everyone's attention and became one of the Met Gala's most iconic looks. Jared Leto. The renowned actor stole the show with an outfit as bold as it was eccentric, leaving everyone stunned. True to his unique and provocative style, at the 2019 Met Gala, Leto appeared in a long red dress designed by Gucci. The garment, with prominent shoulder pads and impressive volume, created a silhouette that couldn't be ignored. To complete the look, he adorned himself with countless sparkling appliques in the form of necklaces that adorned his neck, chest, and sleeves, adding a touch of luxury and extravagance. But what truly made Jared Leto stand out was the identical replica of his own head that he carried like a handbag. This eye-catching accessory, which debuted in Gucci's Fall-Winter 2018 collection, brought an ironic and surrealistic touch to the ensemble. Leto, strolling the red carpet, with his duplicated head in hand, quickly became one of the most talked about and photographed moments of the night. Jared's choice for the 2019 Met Gala epitomized extravagance, taking the event's theme to a new level of creativity and controversy. While some praised his bravery and originality, others were stunned by his audacity. However, what is undeniable is that Leto managed to capture the essence of fashion as a form of art and self-expression, leaving a lasting impression on all in attendance. Doja Cat. The singer left everyone speechless with her stunning feline transformation, paying homage to Choupette, Karl Lagerfeld's famous cat. Her bold choice of attire captured the essence of the Gala Met 2023 with style and glamour. Doja wore an impressive white dress adorned with hand-embroidered gemstones that shimmered with every step. The figure-hugging silhouette accentuated her figure, while a hood with feline ears added a playful and charming touch. This exquisite design was crafted by Oscar de la Renta's creative director, blending elegance and fun into a single piece. The outfit stood out not only for its design, but also for its exquisite details. The dress was adorned with 350,000 bugle beads in silver and white tones, giving it a spectacular shine. To complement her look, Doja Cat wore a diamond headdress under the hood, adding a touch of luxury and sophistication. She also sported a delicate diamond bracelet, completing her feline transformation with a touch of elegance. The strangest part of it all was that during some interviews on the red carpet, she refused to speak and instead purred and meowed as if she were truly a feline.
Wow.
Do you think her behavior was appropriate? Ezra Miller. Although currently known more for his legal troubles, the Justice League actor Ezra Miller was on his way to becoming one of the new fashion icons not long ago. His appearance at the Met Gala 2019 is a clear example of his potential in the fashion world. The theme of the Met Gala 2019 was camp, known for expressing fashion in an ironic and subversive manner through frivolity, pretension, and deliberate excess. Ezra's theatrical wardrobe change was perfectly in sync with the theme of the night, embracing all things extravagant and becoming a trend on social media. The custom-made outfit by designer Riccardo Tisci of Burberry was a masterpiece of optical illusion. Ezra appeared initially hiding his face behind a mask and then, in a dramatic moment, revealed his true appearance with multiple pairs of eyes painted on his head and a pair of tiny eyebrows, posing enigmatically in front of the cameras. The ensemble not only stood out for its bold design, but also for the incredible makeup provided by Fenty Beauty, Rihanna's brand. This complex and detailed makeup perfectly captured the spirit of camp style, adding an extra layer of extravagance to Miller's already impressive look. Kim Petras. At the 2021 MTV VMAs Gala, Kim Petras stood out with a bold and unconventional outfit, reaffirming her reputation as one of the most innovative stars in the music and fashion scene. Her appearance on the red carpet was a true spectacle of creativity and style. On this occasion, she opted for an embroidered dress designed by the talented Richard Quinn, known for his bold and extravagant creations. The dress was adorned with striking details and a mix of vibrant colors, creating a visually stunning effect that captured everyone's attention. The combination of patterns and colors made each part of the dress a work of art in itself, highlighting Quinn's craftsmanship. To complement her unique style, Kim wore leggings and a latex mask, adding a touch of mystery and provocation to her look. The leggings not only added an extra dimension to her attire, but also contrasted with the colors and design of the dress. The latex mask, on the other hand, added an element of surprise and played with the theme of metamorphosis and anonymity, creating a powerful image.
Red, but he spanked me when
Nicki
I get
Minaj.
bad. I'm in LA, Rodeo Drive.
Nicki Minaj dazzled everyone with a bold and unconventional outfit, true to her unmistakable style and love for avant-garde fashion. Her presence on the red carpet at the 2024 Met Gala did not go unnoticed and became one of the most talked-about moments of the night. Nicki wore a stunning yellow-gold mini dress designed by the prestigious brand Marni. The dress was a true work of art, adorned with vibrant 3D flowers that seemed to come to life with every movement. These flowers not only added a touch of fantasy and freshness to the look, but also highlighted the creativity and detail of the design. To complete her look, she opted for straight bangs and an arched ponytail, which was adorned with smaller flowers, creating a perfect harmony with the dress. This hairstyle not only framed her face spectacularly, but also added a touch of elegance and sophistication. The ensemble was complemented by yellow leather heels that added height and elegance, making the rapper stand out even more on the red carpet. The shoes were the perfect finishing touch, perfectly matching the vibrant tone of the dress and bringing a sense of cohesion to the outfit. Grimes. At the 2021 Met Gala, Grimes dared to wear an unusual and uncomfortable outfit, reaffirming her place as one of the most innovative figures in fashion. Her look was not only visually stunning, but also carried a fascinating narrative inspired by Denis Villeneuve's film Dune. The artist revealed that her attire was directly inspired by the iconic movie Dune, a work that has left a profound mark on pop culture and science fiction. Although the theme of the 2021 Met Gala was, "In America, a lexicon of fashion," her look reflected the influence of this American production, merging elements from the film with a futuristic reinterpretation of American fashion. Grimes wore an impressive gray dress adorned with black patterns that simulated a strange wave effect, evoking the landscapes and mystical atmosphere of Dune. The design of the dress was a masterpiece of complexity and detail, capturing the essence of a futuristic and desert world. What truly stood out was the set of accessories Grimes chose to complement her look. In her hands, she carried a glowing book, adding a touch of mystery and symbolism to her outfit. Additionally, she wielded a flashy sword based on a Western European design from the 15th century. This element not only brought an air of strength and power, but also became an icon of her ensemble, spectacularly blending medieval and futuristic elements. The sword, in particular, stole the show and became an iconic symbol of her attire. Lana Del Rey. At the 2024 Met Gala, Lana Del Rey made her highly anticipated comeback after 5 years, staying true to her ethereal and romantic style, which turned heads with an outfit that, while resembling something out of a fairy tale, received mixed reviews as one of the evening's worst. And those shoes looked really uncomfortable, don't you think? Lana wore a strapless beige dress by Alexander McQueen adorned with delicate branches, creating an image evoking nature and mystery. The intricate and elegant design subtly yet powerfully accentuated Lana's figure. Adding a dramatic touch, Lana sported a crown of branches and a veil cascading over her head, perfectly complementing the dress theme. She held a rose in one hand, symbolizing both beauty and fragility. Her loose, flowing brown hair framed her face in soft waves. The inspiration behind this stunning attire came from an Alexander McQueen archive piece. Sean McGurr, Alexander McQueen's new creative director, revealed that an archived look featuring a lace veil over antlers served as the muse for Lana Del Rey's style tonight. This choice not only paid homage to McQueen's legacy, but also deeply resonated with Lana's distinctive aesthetic. Lil Nas X. At the 2021 Met Gala, Lil Nas X made waves with 3 stunning wardrobe changes that left everyone in awe. Each look outshone the last, showcasing his daring and unparalleled style. For the first part of his ensemble, Lil Nas X arrived draped in a majestic cape adorned with golden thread and shimmering beads. The long cape, reminiscent of a tale from royalty, drew all eyes on the red carpet. His bearing and the richness of the details bestowed upon him an air of royalty, making a triumphant entrance that set the tone for what was to come. In a dramatic turn, Lil Nas X shed the cape to unveil a spectacular golden armor. This design, inspired by the Knights of the Zodiac, captured everyone's attention with its brilliance and bold nod to pop culture. The armor not only accentuated his figure, but also symbolized his strength and bravery, solidifying him as a true style warrior. Finally, Lil Nas X surprised everyone by revealing a shiny golden jumpsuit. This final wardrobe change was the perfect culmination of his transformation on the red carpet. The jumpsuit, with its flawless fit and dazzling shine, left a lasting impression at the 2021 Met Gala. His choice of outfits not only showcased his fashion prowess, but also his ability to tell a story through his style. Andrea Echeverri. At the 2019 Grammy Awards, Andrea Echeverri, the charismatic leader of Aterciopelados, stunned everyone with her bold and unique outfit. Her choice of attire not only highlighted her creativity, but also her ability to captivate at one of music's most important events. Andrea wore a striking golden suit designed by the talented Colombian designer Paula Juliana Perez. What made this suit truly special was its unique gramophone shape, replicating the iconic award given to Grammy winners. The design was not only a bold and direct homage to the ceremony, but also a declaration of love for music and celebration of its essence. The dress caused quite a stir on social media, sparking all sorts of comments and becoming an endless source of inspiration for meme creators. Internet users quickly praised her originality and sense of humor, flooding platforms with memes highlighting her unusual yet ingenious attire. Andrea's decision to wear this dress not only elevated the name of Colombian fashion, but also reaffirmed her reputation as an artist, unafraid to break molds and defy expectations. Lizzo. At the 2022 MTV VMAs, Lizzo not only dazzled, but left an indelible mark with her bold and eye-catching outfit. Always ready to break barriers and defy expectations, Lizzo chose a look that captured everyone's attention on the red carpet. Lizzo wore a voluminous electric blue dress from Jean Paul Gaultier's Spring-Summer 2022 collection. This spectacular design, with its immense volume, evoked the image of majestic ocean waves, giving Lizzo an ethereal yet powerful appearance. The fluidity and movement of the dress, combined with its vibrant color, made Lizzo look like a sea goddess emerging from the depths. To complement her striking dress, Lizzo opted for long gloves in the same shade of blue, adding a touch of classic elegance to her futuristic look. The contrast of the black lipstick against her skin and the blue dress created a truly dramatic and unique ensemble. This detail not only accentuated her makeup, but also reinforced her statement of bold, fearless style. Lizzo's choice for the 2022 MTV VMAs was a clear reflection of her vibrant personality and willingness to experiment with fashion. Her look not only celebrated her individuality, but also sent a powerful message about beauty and self-confidence. Billie Eilish. During the 2020 Grammy Awards, Billie Eilish was one of the night's biggest stars, taking home 5 awards, including Best Song and Album of the Year. However, one category the singer definitely didn't win was Best Dressed. Billie arrived at the ceremony in a head-to-toe Gucci outfit, prominently featuring her signature black and green colors, complemented by earrings and fingerless gloves that showcased her extremely long, green-painted nails. While the outfit perfectly captured Billie's essence, it's hard not to mention that the abundance of Gucci logos made her look like a walking advertisement. When it came time to take the stage to perform her hit When the Party's Over, Billie changed into another Gucci outfit in cream color, which rather than a suitable award ceremony attire, resembled more of a pajama set. Billy Porter. Now famous thanks to the popular series Pose, Emmy-winning actor Billy Porter never misses an opportunity to grab media attention. At the 2019 Met Gala, he graced the red carpet dressed as the ancient Egyptian sun god. However, instead of historically recreating the mythological figure, Billy opted for his unique and extravagant style that always leaves everyone amazed. This wasn't a one-time occurrence. At the 2019 Oscars, Billy stunned in a classic tuxedo designed by Christian Siriano, but with a surprising twist. Instead of pants, he wore a massive skirt that shattered all expectations. Impossible to go unnoticed. Additionally, at the 2020 Grammy Awards, Billy once again surprised us with a silver fringed jumpsuit and matching hat adorned with more fringes and diamond details. Billy Porter always knows how to steal the show with his bold and unapologetic style. Ali Wong. At the 2024 SAG Awards Gala, Ali Wong turned heads with an outfit that left everyone speechless. Known for her unique style and boldness both on stage and on the red carpet, Ali did not disappoint with her choice for this prestigious night. Ali Wong wore a stunning haute couture dress designed by Iris Van Herpen, a name synonymous with innovation and cutting-edge fashion. The dress, in an elegant combination of black and white, was adorned with floral mosaics, delicately ascending from an illusion tulle neckline. This detail not only added a touch of ethereal sophistication, but also magnificently enhanced Ali's figure. What truly made the dress stand out were the tentacle-like appliques around the shoulders and bodice, creating a unique and fascinating appearance straight out of a science fiction tale. Every move Ali made brought these appliques to life, turning her walk down the red carpet into a visual spectacle. The dress was so imposing and structured that Ali Wong had to be escorted to the Shrine Auditorium in a sprinter van, given the magnitude and delicacy of the design. This logistical detail only added to the narrative of how extravagant her look was. Shania Twain. At the 2023 Grammy Awards, Shania Twain left everyone speechless with a look that, while honoring her country roots, went beyond extravagant. The music legend arrived on the red carpet in a bold outfit designed by Harris Reed. The ensemble featured flared pants and a structured jacket, both adorned with black and white sequins and a striking circle pattern. Underneath, she wore a black bustier that added a sophisticated and sexy touch to her attire. Shania completed her look with Messika jewelry, including an elegant choker, earrings, and rings that added a touch of sparkle and glamour. However, the true centerpiece of her outfit was a coordinated hat, also designed by Harris Reed, which was almost as large as life itself, and further accentuated her imposing presence on the red carpet. The outfit, reminiscent of Cruella de Vil, was already striking enough to make a statement on its own. However, Shania took her style a step further with a Ronald McDonald-style hair color that matched the crimson tone of her lips. This daring hair color added a touch of fun and irreverence to her appearance, underscoring her bold spirit and willingness to break conventions. Spider-Man. Tom Holland's debut as Spider-Man in Captain America: Civil War was an electrifying moment that marked the beginning of a new era for one of the most beloved superheroes of all time. Holland didn't just join the epic battle in Avengers: Infinity War and Endgame, but also shone brightly in his solo trilogy. Playing the iconic character created by Stan Lee was a dream come true, but it also turned out to be a grueling test of endurance and dedication. The suit, which covered every inch of his body, was a titanic challenge he had never experienced in his career. Although it looked impressive on screen, the costume trapped heat and quickly dehydrated Tom, while the mask sewn to the rest of the suit made it difficult to drink water normally, so he had to use a straw. That was just the start of his troubles. Going to the bathroom became an almost impossible mission. He first had to undress completely, rush to the restroom, do his business, then put the suit back on and return to the set. His dedication was so great that he sometimes had to anticipate bathroom breaks 45 minutes in advance to avoid affecting the production schedule. At the same time, Tom had to be extremely careful not to damage the expensive suit. But despite the exhausting difficulties during filming, every sacrifice was worth it to play the legendary Spider-Man. Iron Man. Many people think that being an actor is just about showing up on set, reciting lines in front of the camera, and then returning to their luxurious mansions in Beverly Hills. The truth is, working on major productions like the Marvel Cinematic Universe is much harder than it seems. If you want to see for yourself, just ask Robert Downey Jr., who, after experiencing it firsthand during the first Iron Man movie, refused to wear the same suit in the sequels. In an interview, the actor playing Tony Stark admitted that the limited budget and the desire to reduce the use of CGI led to him wearing a superhero suit so uncomfortable that once the helmet was on his head, he couldn't see anything. The LED lights inside the armor made the situation worse, as their intensity affected his vision, turning the filming of each scene into a true ordeal. At least he was fortunate that the first Iron Man film was an unprecedented success that kicked off the Marvel Universe. However, when filming the sequel began, Robert warned director Jon Favreau not to force him to wear the suit again. With the larger budget, the latest advancements in special effects allowed the use of a comfortable motion capture suit for his scenes, with Iron Man's armor added digitally in post-production. Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds has been in the entertainment industry for over 20 years, but his role as Wade Wilson, better known as Deadpool, seemed like it was written explicitly for him, especially since his portrayal of the sarcastic mercenary became one of the most impactful revelations in superhero cinema in recent years. While fans adore the character's appearance, putting on the tight suit every morning was not a pleasant experience. According to the Canadian actor, he needed an entire team of assistants to get dressed, and the suit was so tight that even breathing became a torturous ordeal. The discomfort didn't end there, because if he ever needed to vomit, the mask would trap the contents of his stomach, putting him at risk of choking. Furthermore, the makeup that made him look covered in scars was not only a challenge for him, but also for his family when his young daughter visited him on set and started crying inconsolably at his terrifying appearance. Despite these challenges, Ryan Reynolds managed to embody Deadpool in such a perfect way that it's hard to imagine anyone else in the role. His dedication and resilience not only brought a memorable character to life, but also solidified his status as one of Hollywood's most appreciated and talented actors. RoboCop. Prepare to delve into the fascinating and challenging history behind one of science fiction's most iconic movies, the first adventure of the robot cop who becomes the protector of Detroit's dangerous streets. This undisputed cinematic classic not only captivated us with its futuristic vision, but also tested the endurance of its lead actor, Peter Weller. Despite RoboCop's success among science fiction fans, the experience for its protagonist was a genuine hell. This is not said lightly, as the heat inside the suit was so intense that in the early days of filming, he lost over 1 kilogram of body weight. Desperate for a solution, the creators installed a gigantic cooling system in the suit. While this mechanism helped control the temperature, it also significantly increased the weight of the already bulky costume. Years later, when it came time to film RoboCop 3, Peter Weller was replaced by Robert John Burke, whose performance faced harsh criticism for its spasmodic movements and expression. But there is a reasonable explanation for this. The suit had been specifically designed for Weller's slim figure, so when the new actor donned the robot cop costume, he faced an almost insurmountable challenge. With a weight of 149 pounds, Burke felt that the suit was a metal prison that restricted his movements and even described it as a torture chamber, which not only affected his mobility, but also prevented him from capturing the fluid essence of the character, revealing to the audience how difficult it was to embody RoboCop under extreme conditions. Hellboy. The red skin of the demon who fought against Nazis and underworld villains is actually a mix of latex, foam, and red paint applied to Ron Perlman's skin. Every time the actor transformed into the superhero, he arrived on set 4 hours before filming began to give the makeup artists enough time to meticulously apply the heavy latex and foam prosthetics needed to complete the metamorphosis. According to the character's designer, the transformation could be completed in a maximum of 2.5 hours. But to give the star time to grab a coffee and stretch his legs, the process included several breaks. During this time, makeup experts applied foam prosthetics to his back and chest to simulate prominent muscles. They then placed a plastic cap to cover his hair and installed the character's distinctive cut horns on top of it. Although the long process of becoming Hellboy was a tough and exhausting experience for Ron Perlman, several years after filming the 2 movies in the saga, he went through the arduous makeup process again for a good cause, to visit a 6-year-old leukemia patient whose greatest dream was to meet his favorite superhero. This display of dedication and compassion not only reflects his commitment to the character, but also his big heart, making Hellboy a hero both on and off the screen. Jabba the Hutt. The conception of the gangster from the planet Tatooine in Star Wars meant that George Lucas drew inspiration from various animal species and combined their most unusual features, resulting in this giant, as repulsive as it is terrifying. The primary example used was that of annelid worms, known for their skeletonless structure and hermaphroditic reproductive processes. Add to this a head with bulbous eyes and a mouth capable of swallowing entire prey like a snake, and you have a creature that was a monumental challenge for the special effects designers. During the production of Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, Jabba was represented by a 1-ton puppet, which cost $500,000 to build and required 3 months of hard work. Inside the imposing body were 3 puppeteers, David Allen Barkley, Toby Philpott, and Mike Edmonds, who had experience working on the Muppets. Under the suffocating weight of latex, clay, and foam, Barkley operated the right arm and mouth, while Philpott controlled the left arm, head, and tongue. The worst part went to Edmonds, whose short stature meant he had to fit inside the tail to move it with its characteristic serpentine motion. A 4th person off camera operated a remote control that activated the animatronic effects, providing Jabba's facial expressions. And finally, a 5th specialist crouched under the puppet to blow smoke through the mouth of the galaxy's largest gangster. Legolas, Gimli, and Bill the Pony. The Lord of the Rings is one of the most celebrated fantasy epics in film history. Even though it won countless Oscars and broke box office records, its making wasn't always magical for the actors, as Orlando Bloom experienced while portraying Legolas. To transform into the character, he had to wear blue contact lenses over his natural brown eyes, but these damaged his corneas so much that he could only wear them for short periods. In fact, if you closely observe any of the 3 movies, you'll notice that in some scenes, the elf's eyes change from blue to brown. Another actor who faced his own ordeal was John Rhys Davies, who played Gimli. Throughout the entire filming, he wore a mask that gave him the facial features of a dwarf, but it irritated his skin so much that by the end of Return of the King, he threw it into the fire as an act of liberation. The filming also had unexpected challenges, such as Bill the Pony, who accompanied Sam in The Fellowship of the Ring. The mountainous terrain of New Zealand proved too difficult for the equine, so he was replaced by 2 actors in disguise. These performers couldn't even see where they were going and often fell or got stuck, causing director Peter Jackson to repeatedly reshoot the scenes. Mystique. During the production of X-Men First Class, Oscar winner Jennifer Lawrence faced the most epic challenge of her career. Every day of filming, she spent 7 hours transforming into Mystique by applying scales to her skin, followed by 3 layers of blue paint from head to toe, and finished with 5 additional layers to create a splatter effect. This meticulous routine was not without problems, as one of the biggest incidents occurred when the blue paint left her London apartment bathroom stained the same color, leading to a heated argument with her landlord and the loss of her deposit. If you think this was the most embarrassing part, wait until you hear that Jennifer had to use a special funnel between her legs when she needed to urinate to avoid ruining the paint and forcing her to repeat the tedious makeup process. Additionally, the body paint caused severe skin irritation that she described as one of the greatest tortures of her life. Fortunately, the actress made significant progress in her comfort level when filming X-Men Days of Future Past, as instead of receiving paint all over her body, she wore a suit that simulated the character's skin, while the blue makeup only covered her neck and face. Mr. Freeze. Batman and Robin is the 1997 film that featured Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze, the legendary villain from Gotham City who, relying on a suit powered by diamond energy to maintain sub-zero temperatures, required a titanic transformation for the famous actor. The protagonist's first request was to let the producers know that he was not willing to cut all his hair, so the makeup artists covered his head with a water-based resin and a cap that hid his mane. They then applied a base of metallic silver paint to his face, followed by a mix of blue and white acrylic to create a frosted texture. Additional touches of color around the eyes and lips, along with blue contact lenses, completed the facial transformation. But that was just the beginning. The next step was putting on the heavy 20-kilogram suit, which in total took 3 hours a day to complete Mr. Freeze's look. However, the most challenging part was the LED light system in Arnold's mouth, powered by a battery. This setup proved extremely dangerous as his saliva leaked onto the battery, causing it to disintegrate and emit acid directly into his mouth. The health risks were so high that the system had to be replaced with a more effective and less dangerous solution. As soon as Batman and Robin was released, it was a box office failure and regularly appears on lists of the worst movies of all time. But at least we must acknowledge Arnold Schwarzenegger's commitment to bringing his character to the screen as realistically as possible. The Grinch. The Christmas classic starring Jim Carrey is more than just a film. It's a story of the perseverance endured by the actor to become the character who hates Christmas. Before each day of filming, he had to put on a suit made of yak fur painted green and contact lenses so large that the fake snow on set would get into his eyes, causing constant discomfort. The journey to become the Grinch was so extreme that he compared it to being buried alive every day. Just knowing that he spent almost 3 hours each day undergoing the process to become the film's villain shows why it was a true test of endurance. In fact, there were moments when his frustration reached such levels that he would lose his temper, disappear from the set without warning, and, whenever he returned, the costume was so damaged that they had to start from scratch. In a moment of desperation, Jim confessed to director Ron Howard that he couldn't stand it any longer and was on the verge of quitting the $128 million production. Fortunately, the filmmaker convinced him to keep working, and together they created an unforgettable movie that won the Oscar for Best Makeup and was declared an instant classic by all Christmas movie lovers. Chewbacca. To bring this character to life, known for his imposing height, director George Lucas needed an actor who stood out in size. Once he found British actor Peter Mayhew, whose gigantism made him an incredible 7.25 feet tall, he knew he had the perfect person for the role of Han Solo's loyal companion. On one hand, this was the perfect opportunity for Mayhew to showcase his acting skills, but the role that defined his career also presented inconceivable challenges that he recalled with terror for the rest of his life. Just imagine this scenario. You're in the Tunisian desert wearing a suit as thick as a bear's hide, made from a mix of goat and yak hair. The temperature reaches a scorching 40 degrees Celsius, and you know that if you overheat, you might faint. This is exactly how Peter Mayhew felt filming the scenes representing the planet Tatooine. And that wasn't all. If the costume got wet, it developed a nauseating smell, which was the reason why, in the Episode 4 scene where Luke, Han, Leia, and Chewie fall into the Death Star's trash compactor, you can see the actor struggling to keep his suit dry. Fortunately, by the time they filmed Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, Chewbacca's costume incorporated a cooling system that made Mayhew's journey in bringing the beloved Wookiee to life in the galaxy far, far away more bearable. C-3PO. Anthony Daniels is the man behind the protocol droid C-3PO, who has been a constant presence in almost all Star Wars films. Although he feels fortunate to be part of the epic galactic saga, he admits that the golden suit that made him famous was one of the most uncomfortable experiences of his life. Designed to fit his body perfectly, putting on the 17 pieces of the costume was a monumental task that took 2 hours and required the help of 6 assistants. That was just the beginning, as during one day of filming, one of the fiberglass pieces broke and injured his foot, requiring first aid to prevent a potentially agonizing infection. The British actor also didn't have the advantage that director George Lucas chose the Tunisian desert to represent the planet Tatooine. With scorching temperatures of 104 degrees Fahrenheit, 40 degrees Celsius, Anthony felt like his costume turned into an oven. And as if that wasn't enough, the metal pieces prevented proper ventilation, almost causing him to faint. At the same time, it was common for the production team members to forget there was a person inside the suit and treat him like a simple piece of prop, often leaving him abandoned in the desert heat. Nevertheless, every sacrifice was worth it to become a living legend of popular culture and an essential piece of the most famous movie saga of all time. Catwoman. On the 25th anniversary of Batman Returns, Michelle Pfeiffer revealed the hardships she endured while filming the iconic movie directed by Tim Burton. Before donning the suit, which was made from a mold of her body to fit her figure perfectly, the actress had to cover herself with talcum powder. Without this extra help, the friction with her skin would have made it almost impossible to put on the tight outfit. Forced to wear it for 12 to 14 hours a day, her only chance to use the bathroom was during lunch breaks. Removing and putting on the complex costume took too much time, so each break became a valuable opportunity she couldn't afford to waste. Adding to her stress were the claws attached to her hands that caused objects around the set to constantly snag, and the super tight mask that suffocated her and caused facial injuries. Michelle Pfeiffer concluded by saying that this was the most uncomfortable costume she had worn in her 40-year film career, but at least her sacrifice was worth it when fans and critics rated her performance as the best representation of Catwoman in cinema. They even admitted that without her playing the villain, Batman Returns might not have been as successful. Wonder Woman. One of the biggest challenges in producing a superhero movie is creating the main character's costume. Initially, the outfit must stay true to the comic book design, but also needs to be comfortable for the actress wearing it. This means that despite advances in special effects technology, during the filming of Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice, Gal Gadot found that the costume still had issues that could affect her performance on screen. The first time the Israeli star dressed up as Wonder Woman, the suit was so tight it made it hard for her to breathe, leaving her gasping for air. Instead of complaining, she felt so grateful to portray the heroine that she chose to stay silent and endure the discomfort, even though the outfit was so restrictive it could have made her faint. Fortunately, the designers noticed her discomfort and redesigned the costume to make it more flexible and suitable for combat scenes and stunts. Even so, their efforts didn't solve all the problems, as it still left her vulnerable to changes in the weather. This happened during the scenes filmed in London in the middle of winter, when Gal had to endure the cold, while the rest of the crew wore bulky coats to protect themselves from the freezing temperatures. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Between the late 80s and early 90s, the explosive popularity of the martial arts expert turtles led to comics, toys, cartoons, and live-action films. As soon as production began on the first live-action adaptation of the saga, 4 costumes were designed with the most advanced technology of the time, provided by Jim Henson's workshop, also responsible for the Muppets. The result was the heavy and complicated suits of Michelangelo, Donatello, Raphael, and Leonardo, which, instead of actors, used puppeteers inside the costumes to achieve more realistic movements. Even more incredible is that just the head of each turtle weighed nearly 15 kilograms and contained animatronic components for facial expressions. Additionally, the materials used, like rubber and metal, trapped heat, requiring fans throughout the set blowing air every time the director called a cut. To understand why it was such a brutal experience, actor Leif Tilden, who played Donatello, compared the suit to the torture of reliving his time fighting in the Vietnam War. If you think he was exaggerating, the reality is that all 4 puppeteers lost a combined total of 18 kilograms. Even the artist who played Raphael suffered several panic attacks, screaming desperately to have the heavy head removed as quickly as possible. These extreme conditions not only tested the physical and mental endurance of the puppeteers, but also demonstrated their incredible dedication to their craft, delivering a film that many fans consider the best live-action adaptation of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Vision. Brutal is the word Paul Bettany used to describe the discomfort of the makeup and suit required to transform into Vision, the superhero and love interest of Wanda Maximoff in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. While the British actor was thrilled to have the unique opportunity to portray the incredible character, the preparation process was a true test of endurance. Becoming Vision meant spending 3 hours each morning receiving makeup. While it was a laborious and lengthy process, it was manageable compared to the torture of removing so many layers of material at the end of the day. After a few weeks of wearing tons of makeup, his skin became covered in burn-like sores that caused indescribable pain. The situation reached a point where producers had to come up with a simple yet effective solution, a sort of mobile sauna the size of a wardrobe where Paul would enter at the end of filming. The heat and humidity inside would make the sweat loosen the makeup, making it easier to remove. And if he didn't sweat enough, the moisture would break the contact of the material with his skin, allowing him to peel it off like a mask, finally giving him a sigh of relief after an intense day of work. Apocalypse. Oscar Isaac was excited to be cast as the main villain in X-Men Apocalypse. However, as soon as he arrived on set to fulfill his dream of acting in a superhero movie, All traces of excitement disappeared when the costume and makeup required for the character turned his experience into one of the most miserable of his career. To understand why he said this, you need to know that the film's creative team decided to use practical effects whenever possible. This meant the Guatemalan actor had to deal with a super heavy costume, high-heeled boots to make him appear taller and more imposing, makeup covering almost all his skin, and prosthetics to recreate Apocalypse's comic book look. With so much latex and glue, the total weight of the costume was 20 kilograms, which required a constant cooling mechanism. At that moment, he started questioning his decision to take the role, and although he tried to console himself thinking about working with big movie stars like Jennifer Lawrence, James McAvoy, and Michael Fassbender, the prosthetics were so immobilizing that he couldn't even look them directly in the face. Oscar also revealed that he had to use a specially designed chair for the massive suit every time he needed to sit, and during breaks between takes, he would retreat to an air-conditioned room, trying to avoid fainting from the suffocating heat. Shortly after the release, he confessed that the costume was so restrictive and uncomfortable that the experience of being part of a superhero saga became unbearable, and admitted that he would likely never act in such a film again. Black Widow. You might think that Scarlett Johansson had the simplest suit among all the Avengers, as her outfit consisted of a black one-piece without the major additions seen in other characters. However, the reality was much harsher and more demanding because this seemingly simple suit turned out to be unbearably hot and so restrictive that it limited her movements. During the filming of a combat scene, the actress began to hallucinate due to a combination of dehydration, high temperature, and extreme physical effort. It's also notable that her co-star Chris Hemsworth had a small air conditioning unit under Thor's bulky chest plate. But in Scarlett Johansson's case, Natasha Romanoff's outfit was so tight that she couldn't even wear underwear. In fact, this extreme fit not only made the suit uncomfortable, but also caused a tremendous amount of sweat to accumulate. To give you an idea of how difficult it was to film the final Black Widow movie, at the end of each day, she would wring out her sweat-soaked socks, and even the perspiration not only inconvenienced the actress, but also damaged the fabric easily. This means that throughout the more than 10 years she portrayed the heroine, the designers made dozens of suits without ever solving the heat problem. Nonetheless, Scarlett Johansson persevered and delivered a powerful and memorable performance that made Black Widow an essential character in the success of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Lord Voldemort. Ralph Fiennes entered the magical world of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire to play the saga's ultimate villain, the fearsome Lord Voldemort. The transformation of the British actor into this being between life and death was only possible thanks to the skill of the industry's top makeup artists, who achieved an appearance as terrifying as it was iconic. Unfortunately, Ralph Fiennes is the type of actor who hates makeup, which makes his dedication to this role even more impressive. Throughout the saga, he endured between 60 and 70 exhausting makeup sessions to apply eyebrow blockers, temporary tattoos of veins, dark makeup around his eyes, fake nails and teeth, and even some paint on his hands to achieve the look of a human with snake-like features. By the end of filming the last movie, the process was reduced to less than an hour, but the countless hours spent in the makeup chair left an indelible mark on the actor's memory. It's also worth noting that in the television series based on the Harry Potter universe set to premiere in 2026, it's safe to say they'll have to find another actor for the role of the Dark Lord, as Ralph Fiennes is unlikely to want to experience such torture again. Sloth. Computer-generated images can create amazing effects on screen, but in the 1980s, during the filming of The Goonies, such technologies were still a dream for filmmakers. Therefore, bringing one of the film's great heroes to life required effort, creativity, and unprecedented commitment from actor John Matuszak. Before entering the film industry, he was a football player whose height of 2.03 meters and over 120 kilos made him perfect to play Sloth, the big-hearted giant who befriends Chunk and saves them from the Fratelli family, who will stop at nothing to steal the pirate Willie the One-Eyed's treasure. The transformation of Matuszak into the film's hero was a monumental task that required 5 hours of makeup application daily. The process involved several layers of makeup on his face, followed by a latex mask, fake teeth, and a prosthetic eye controlled remotely. Every time Sloth blinked, a technician operated his prosthetic eye with a remote control, meaning he acted throughout the film seeing through only one eye. Later, when it came time to film the exciting pirate ship scene, the young actors were given strict instructions not to get John's makeup wet, because if they did, he would have to undergo the 5-hour process again. While not many people know John Matusak's name today, there is no doubt that his participation and dedication to bringing Sloth to life in The Goonies was instrumental in making the film a classic that is regularly included among the best movies of the 1980s. Now tell me, which of these costumes and makeup seemed the most uncomfortable to you? Share your opinion in the comments. Here are 2 options that you'll surely love.